guys! Okay, we are in our next segment. I want to show you the beach. So we are down. This is the exact spot where we got married. So it's just kind of, it's super, super cool. We're going to take a long shot down. If you can tell me down there. So we are, Josh is in Tabletop. And Tabletop is down this area, down in here. So it's a really, really nice break down there. He loves that break. Anyway, you guys, so I love this whole theme today. If it doesn't, if it inspires you, you're rocking on all cylinders. But if you are feeling expired, 3 things that we're gonna think about, right? Not talking. Number 2, dropping your hands. Don't do anything with your hands. Don't get physical. If you feel like you're going in that direction, you need to like drop your hands right away if your mindset is feeling in that expired state. And then the 3rd one is take a mini vacay. You know, make yourself go and do an activity or something that's gonna inspire you. So we're at the beach here, and it's so funny because we're out swimming, and these surfers, like some of them will just like come in right at you. So it kind of was like irritating because I'm trying to swim out there and I keep surfers because I thought I was in the right zone. Anyway, it turns out I was wrong, and I was I was right on the edge of their, if you're an MMA guy, I was at the edge of Ma. I was right on their little edge there. But anyway, it was funny, so I came in and Josh and I were talking, and he was like, if it expires you and doesn't inspire you, you gotta take a mini vacay. So it was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, this vlog is gonna be like a really fun, it's gonna be a kind of a fun vlog to like kind of just integrate and implement into your life. But I did have something kind of humbling happen when we came down to the beach. Obviously I wasn't gonna film him because I would never, I never like to do things to sensationalize someone or a situation. And there was a homeless guy that was down here, and he was on the beach. He was literally like right on this other side. He was lying down right there. And he had board shorts on, but his skin was like literally almost, it was just really, you could just tell it was very, very sun and weathered, and he was crawled up in a little ball, and his feet had like kind of cuts in them, but they had like kind of scarred over and kind of healed. But you could just tell the guy looked like he kind of had a tough life, but he was a young looking guy. It looked like he was like in his late 20s, early 30s. Anyway, we've been getting these sandwiches at Kino's, and I can only eat half of it. It literally is so big. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I was so excited because I said, Josh, I want to save it. And he goes, don't save it. He goes, it's not going to save it. And I go, no, you know, you never know. I said, I might get hungry. I might find someone that wants it. And so we wrapped it in the tin foil. Josh is funny. He's not a leftovers guy. He hates leftovers. He doesn't like, he likes when you're done with your food, you're done, throw it out and like move on. I grew up where like you saved everything, even if it was like a crumb, and you know, you ate it. You never ever, I just grew up because we were kind of, you know, poor. Just grew up really appreciating everything that we had. Anyway, so we were down here kind of setting up, and I look at Josh, and Josh knows exactly what I'm thinking. And I said, you always have to be, I always let the Holy Spirit just kind of lead me as far as like how I approach people, because you don't want to be offensive. Hey dude, you want some food, you know? So Josh said, I'm just gonna leave that in your court. So he looked up at me, and as I was kind of, and I go, hey man, how you doing? And he was like, good. He goes, I just got done with the run. I'm just taking a little break here, and then I'm gonna be going back. And I was like, I just, oh, the amount of pride that he had, he was so like, I was like, yeah man. I go, that's cool. I said, gosh, I just literally had the biggest sandwich and I can't finish it. And I said, and it's tuna fish, and it's got bacon on it, and it's on this nutty like wheat bread. And I said, I have a big chilled bottle of cold water. I said, do you want it? And it was so sweet. He was like, well, I don't want to be a bother. He said, you know, if you're just gonna be throwing it away, yeah, you know, I could take it off your hands, and then I'll just go throw if you have any garbage, I can throw any of your garbage away. And I just like, my heart just like swelled open. Anyway, I gave him the sandwich, and he just literally inhaled it, and he just kept saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Said he hadn't had any calories in 2 days, because by that time I think he knew that I knew, like, so he wasn't trying to, you know, he was just being real sweet. Anyway, I said, hey man, I said, you have yourself an amazing day. I said, you want a pillow? You want to hang out? And he was like, no, no. He's like, they're gonna probably kick me off here anyway soon, so I gotta go. And then he left. And he took the water and he was like drinking. He's like, man, he goes, I can't thank you enough. But it was just really, 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 really super humbling to me. In fact, what was funny is I was telling Josh this morning, as I was kind of starting our day, I was like, we are so lucky, you know. I said, we're just so blessed and so lucky, even though we are, you know, we are financially struggling a little bit. I mean, it's just tough. It's just tough. Times are a little tough in Tucson, but and still, we, you know, are very, very fortunate. Anyway, yeah, you guys, just, you know, I guess on a more serious note, just give back. If you see anybody that's, you know, looks like they haven't eaten in a while, or they just need a towel or sunscreen or food or water or whatever, and you have it, I mean, just kind of imagine in your head, do you need that food, or does someone who hasn't eaten in 2 days need that food more than you do? And I mean, dude, I can hold off on having to eat later and let him have some good food. I knew he would really, really, really love that sandwich, because it's, seriously, if you're ever in San Diego, you gotta go get, it's not on the menu though, you have to special order. It's a tuna fish sandwich, tuna with bacon. Anyway, you guys, just total light and love to you. Remember to just, you know, look around your environment and always try to do something something for someone else, because it'll lift. It's literally the most selfish thing you can do, because you will feel such a connection to humanity. I think when we take time to connect with each other and do things to help another person where you're not gaining anything, like monetarily, you literally, like, your heart gains. It's almost like, you know, it's like adding nutrients to your cells. That's why my grandma always said, she always said, if you're ever depressed or going through a hard time, go volunteer. She'd say, get up. She would say, put makeup on, do your hair, put a fresh outfit on, and go volunteer. That was her thing. Volunteer at a shelter, volunteer at helping dogs, volunteer to your neighbor. Ask, can I take your trash out? Can I paint a room for you? I mean, there are things that you can do to always press through in humanity. And just remember too, when you do that, you're bathing your cells and your immune system in just vibrancy. So it's almost like, it'd be kind of cool to call a diet the spirit diet. And I don't mean spirit like in religious, I just mean spirit in connecting with humanity, connecting, having us all have a connection. All right, you guys, I want you to just have a little look-see at this ocean. So awesome, huh? It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm gonna miss it so much when I go back to Tucson, but that's also why I'm just doing tons and tons of vlogging. Tons and tons. Anyway, you guys, love you so much. Again, it's gonna be a short little beach day today, so it's gonna be a little shorter vlog. But we have some gems. If it doesn't inspire you and it expires you, what are the 3 things? I think it was keep your mouth quiet, like don't talk, don't make decisions, don't say things, because if your mind isn't right, you're gonna say things that are gonna be hurtful. So that kind of even goes if you know that you've been having a couple drinks, or you know, if you're in any way altered, your state of mind altered, don't get into heavy conversations. Do you know what I mean? Kind of limit that. Kind of along with that too, I would say for me, I'm like fresh horses, like in the morning, in the mid-morning, and the afternoon. But when it gets into like early evening, it's just not a time that my husband and I have ever heavy discussions or talk about any emotional possibility trigger points. You know those conversations, everybody has them where it's like triggering conversations. I just know not to have those. And we literally, like, I would say our major arguments that we used to get into are like, I'm not even kidding you, like 95% resolved, because we just don't do heavy things at night. We keep things super, super light. He used to love to watch like violent television shows, and he loves all those, like, you know, Spider-Man, Logan, like all those. I mean, those are like boy movies, right? And girl movies. Girls can, his mom is like, she loves all those kind of things. But I just don't. My brain is like super sensitive, and I feel a lower energy when I watch movies like that. And it's not higher or lower, it's just that that's just me. That's just, you know, some people it energizes them and gets them pumped up. I mean, good job. And it's like different, right? Because I love MMA, I love boxing, I could watch like Rocky. I mean, so it just depends on like your interests too, because that's all considered violence too, right? But it's violence that I love. I love to see the skill in it and enjoy it for the sport of it. Anyway, you guys, love you so much. Remember to stand in your light, to stand in your truth, and above all else, be a warrior. Love you.